Hurricane Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Beavers will kick it away first. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's got some space.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Rush is on him. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
Oh, he's got a chance. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Using his legs, it's Daniels. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Coffee. Under fire. Puts it out of the air. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oregon State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying to impose their will with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
From the gun on third down. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab on the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. And the Beavers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there. Giving up some size and still making the play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Beavers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Just keep slinging it. Under fire. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Beavers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And back to the air on 2nd down. It's complete. Touchdown, Beavers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll and leave it with him. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Back to throw, it's Coffee. Immediately fires to the middle. Push down for the tackle.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Finds his tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Holds and fires complete to the right. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Grab behind the line. It's Payne. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Coffee. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bears line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The Beavers are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Makes a man miss.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. The Beavers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Oregon State!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw. It's Coffee. Working the middle. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice game. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He'll get rid of it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Fires to the tight end. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Coffee. Quickly to the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Westbrook. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Now, when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score, your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive.
Breaks into the open.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Coffee. Firing to the right, complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Bears are threatening on 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Baylor! got the lead here in the second half.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Kramer. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for room. It's Lewis. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the left.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Beavers send out the punt unit. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to pass. It's Coffee. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possess.
Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the 4th quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
And the Bears have this offense rolling. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got him downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Beavers want to crank the tempo. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Gonna look downfield again. Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's hit 000 in a captivating game today in the American. Tulsa went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Golden Hurricanes team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals. But all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Second down coming up. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Kramer. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. The Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Beavers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Beavers!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Might be changing the route. To the air. It's Coffee. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Grabs it in the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Bears want to move quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. On target. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He makes a grab. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? He'll set up to throw. Buys a little time. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energetic.